Oh, you've got a king cricket. That's great. Look at the big long antennae. They live in the dark and they use those antennae to be able to put out in front of them like big feelers. That's great. What have you got in here? Oh wow, you've got millipedes and you've got one of the native millipedes as well.
And I've also
they're all natives.
Skin of a...
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh great, look at this. That's a beautiful, what they call phasmid or leaf insect. That's beautiful. Stick insect, yeah. What's the difference between a phasmid and a mantid?
The mantids have got their preying.
And what do you think they eat?
Other little smally bugs.
And what do these eat?
Praying mantids.
I'm going home. we've got a teacher here. I'm not needed here. These are the big cocoons of the big cossid moths. They're called wattle goat moths.
I got worm, a beetle.
Wow.
Kind of bug that kills.
I got one of those sort of caterpillars, the spitfires. Yeah.
Spitfire. They're wasp larvae.
Yeah.
Come and see over here what we got over here.
Cow poop everywhere.
Make a fairly big circle and don't sit on the cow patch.
Pitfall traps catch insects that are walking on the ground. It catches insects that fly along between ground level and here, and when they fly into that piece of black lining there, when an insect is caught and it tries to escape, it always walks up. So to the brightest light. So here we have it touches the black lining and then it walks up to where the white lining is because it's the brightest part. Now see the way we have it sloped? So when they walk up, they also then walk to the highest point. And they walk, 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 and they go into the trap. In the pitfall traps over here, we caught some spiders.
Whoa.
And does anybody know what kind of spider this might be? Remember?
That looks like a whitetail.
No. Remember, no, close. Remember we saw the big huntsman spider? Now, has anybody heard of a funnel web or a trapdoor spider?
Yes.
That's what this one is. And these are the primitive spiders, and they differ from the huntsman spiders in that their fangs go up and down like that.
Yeah.
So when they want to try and bite something, they've got to rear their body back and strike down.
Yeah.
Whereas the huntsman spider,
They go like that.
they just go like that, okay? We might also find a big beetle larvae. This is a tiger beetle larva. And again, that's walking on the ground. Now let's have a look in the Malays trap. Remember, flying. What did we say we might find?
Mosquitoes.
Okay, well, here are lots of flies in here. There's lots of flies. In fact, there's a big fly. So we thought we'd find butterflies, and there's the butterfly.
Isn't that a moth?
No, that's a butterfly.
Oh.
That's a moth there. That's a butterfly there. That's a moth. Now, there's not a lot of difference between them, really, but that's a butterfly there. This is what we call one of the blues. But what do you think if we'd come here now and we found no flies and no butterflies? Do you think? What do you think?
There is no homes for them.
That's a good answer. But do you think someone might have been spraying chemicals around, which might have been killing all of the flying insects? So by finding all of these insects still flying around, we know that up here is very nice from a conservation point of view and from a biodiversity point of view. Labels and to put the date, today's date. And you put the traps up again and things were different, you'd be able to say a year ago there were butterflies, there were flies, there were spiders, there were beetles. What's happened? And you're able to then look at what's happened. So that's why we put traps down, and that's why we record, as you've been taught, the information that we have. I'm going to roll it this way, so in case there's a snake, it will go that way. Okay? I know, but normally you wouldn't all be there. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to roll it over nice and gently. And let's see what we might be able to find. No, look down in here. What have we got here?
Oh, I want to...
Hang on, stand back and let's have a look what it is first.
It's a millipede.
Well done. Why is it? What's the difference between a millipede and a centipede?
Centipedes are poisonous.
Well, that's true. But how many legs do you think a centipede might have?
100.
Well, that's right. But on each segment of the leg, a millipede has got 2 pairs of legs per segment, and a centipede has got 1 pair of legs per segment. Here's a beautiful native. This is a native millipede. You don't find these in Melbourne, and you probably won't find them down in Heyfield either. But you see the white on the back is quite different to the introduced Portuguese millipede, which is a pest. Now, the person who can tell me the difference between a centipede and a millipede, as I just told you, can have one. Hang on.
Oh, but I found millipedes have 2 segments and centipedes have 1 segment.
Well, that's close. It's 1 pair of legs per segment and 2 pairs. That's good enough. Okay, we'll get that way. We'll find some more stuff and we'll put it in. Now, you see, there, they've made a home and a nest. Now, the bull ants and the ants are social insects. That's right, yeah. And this is where they made their home inside of here. Now, they hurt if you were to play with them or pick them up, so we don't pick them up and look at them. So we don't pick up and play with them. But with a long pair of forceps that I've got here, I can pick one up and we can have a look at it. Oops, there we go there. You see? Can you see the large jaws, the large mandibles? And it's trying to sting the end of the forceps there. So we have to be very careful when we handle some of these insects because they can hurt you. Now, what makes it an insect? Well done. Have you got something in your jar? No. Okay, let's put it in here. Here we go. You ready? There goes the bull ant. We always roll things very carefully because we take care in the bush about not trying to get snakes and disturb snakes. Now, who can tell me what this is?
Mini cockroach.
No. Hang on, here it are. Let's have a look at it. It's brown. Right. It's got wings, she just said. Who is it? Rebecca said it's got wings, so what do you think it might be? What do you think? It's got 4 wings and it's growing them inside some kind of a case. What do you think? What goes from... Well done. What goes from a caterpillar to grow 4 wings?
Butterfly.
Well done. This is a cocoon. This is a chrysalis. Now what's happening is the sap-sucking bugs, and they're both adults come along and they milk or they farm the sap-sucking bugs, and in doing so they protect them from other insects that might eat them. So here we have bugs and ants working together to be able to feed each other.
It looks like it's actually a gall like I've
That's right, because remember a gall is full of beautiful plant tissue. Over. I thought we must be starting to get near the end. That's how you tell time.
But I'm going to have to knock him down.
The caterpillar's already hatched out into a moth.
Yeah.
And that's the pupae sticking out the bottom there.
I've got a really big bull ant.
Yeah.
They bite.
Well, I reckon you've all got lots of insects in your jars. You've done a fantastic job.
A king cricket. It's a grasshopper. I'm going to research on it. I like because we had to find bugs. I got a case moth skin there, and I've got a cricket somewhere.
This is the first time I've ever collected bugs.
Just finding out all the information from the scientists. Or when we did this play.
Oh, what's he doing? Who was the one?
Logging.
Well done.
I had to act out as a bushwalker. I learned about spiders because the females, their fangs don't stick out. Only the males do. I like what we did today. It was really, really fun. That old first was fun.
Do you think it might have been a moth or a beetle that might have had a go at that?
Probably a beetle, yeah.
Exactly, yep. That's great. There's a little spider, we'll make a web there. So you can see we've got beetle attack. No, that's a great beetle. That could even be a grasshopper, that one there. It could be too. Do you know that if they can't find a leaf sometimes, they even use a bus ticket, or sometimes they'll even use a snail shell. So if you see a snail shell sitting in the middle of a web, it's there because there's a spider that's lifted it up from the ground and it's made its home inside the old snail shell. Okay, we've got some ants coming out of it. Just the small ones. Little things called iridomyrmex, because it's the termites that made the mounds, but sometimes after the termite colony disappears, other things come in and make use of it.
It's that spider.
That's right, that's good. So no, And luckily there's no jack jumpers in the middle of it. And how do you recognise a jack jumper again?
Because they have orange.
That's right, they've got orange on the mandibles on the front there. So if you see those, just give them a big berth and walk away, because if they sting you, they can really make some problems and hurt you very much there.